Here's 11 insane history facts. 1. In 1911, British king was forced to abdicate the throne because he had fallen in love with a woman who wasn't his wife. King Edward VII had an affair with a much younger woman named Alice Kelly, which resulted in a child. This caused a constitutional crisis because the king's wife, Queen Alexandra, was his cousin, and they had been married for 23 years. Ultimately, the king had to choose between his wife and his mistress, and he chose his wife. This led to the passing of the Bill of Rights, which stated that the king's wife could not be his cousin. 2. The last official Civil War widow, Helen Viola, died in 2020. She was the wife of James Viola, who was killed in the American Civil War. 3. Ancient Thebes. Once assembled an elite military force consisting of 150 pairs of gay male lovers, they went undefeated in war. 4. When the last official Civil War widow, Helen Viola, died in 2020, there were no official military widows for the first time since the end of World War II. 5. 4 years. It was believed that the dildo was invented in the Victorian era. However, archaeologists recently discovered evidence that the dildo was invented about 15,000 years before the Victorian era. 6. During the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale and her team of nurses treated over 6,000 wounded soldiers, reducing the death rate from 56% to 2%. 7. During the First World War, there was a balding epidemic. This was caused by the stress of the war, as well as a lack of hygiene. Soldiers would often go months without bathing, and they would use alcohol to clean their hair. This would eventually lead to massive hair loss. 8. After the Second World War, there was a baby boom. This was due to several factors, including the return of soldiers from war, the availability of birth control, and the desire for a new beginning. 9. The D-Day landings were the largest seaborne invasion in history. Over 156,000 troops landed in Normandy, France, on June 6, 1944. 10. On August 29, 1945, the Soviet Union officially ended World War II. This was 2 days after Japan surrendered to the Allies. 11. Between 1914 and 1918. Over 16 million people were killed in World War I. This included over 300,000 Americans.